this is Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and today I'd like to introduce you to the October 2014 My Paper Pumpkin Kit titled Sweet as Pie. This kit has everything that you need, including the stamps and the ink, to make 8 festive pie boxes, which could be used as favors around the Thanksgiving dinner table. The directions with photos are included in the kit, and Stampin' Up! Even posts their own video, so that you can watch step by step how to assemble these paper pumpkin kit contents according to the directions given. Now, in my videos, I like to show you how to think outside the box with your kit products. I show alternate ways to use these kits to create all sorts of fun projects. Cards, pages, boxes, little bags. I share many of my ideas in videos and on my blog. And then I also share other project ideas privately with my personal Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Find me on Pinterest, and the ideas will never end. In fact, Stampin' Up! Included a little pamphlet inside this box to tell you that they're also on Pinterest. You'll want to check that out. Not a subscriber yet? You'll want to be after checking out what can be created with these very affordable kits. I am very excited to share, so let's get started. Now keep in mind that any extra tools that I use in this video can also be purchased from me in my online store. I always start out by making the project that's intended from the kit. It gives me a feel for the product, and my creative ideas start flowing once I've touched and felt everything that's in the kit. So if you want to make the boxes as is, be sure to go to this video here that's put out by Stampin' Up! And Paper Pumpkin. Or you can just open up your pamphlet, follow the step-by-step visual directions. That's a great way to go too. Now, I showed in my first video that I made an alternate pie box idea, and I have to say this wasn't my idea, but it is super cute and genius, and I think that I would choose to do this on all my pie boxes because whipped cream isn't yellow. And you can use the pom-poms for other things that I mentioned, skate pom-poms that you can find in my first video. You'll want to check that out again. But here, just take some white scalloped circles, punch out 4 to 5 of them, stack them up, put them together, scrunch them, and you've got white fluffy whipped cream on the top of your pie. Okay, so the last 2 kits, this one and the one before that we got in September that was Halloween oriented, did not include some contents for or product for making cards. So I decided that we needed to show more cards with this particular kit. I grabbed some crumb cake note cards and I started creating. So I grabbed my ink, and I always like to use my larger stamp pads just because it's quicker and easier in a video to walk you through that. So I've already mounted my Thankful for You stamp, inking that up with my Old Olive ink. Again, you get Old Olive in your kit. And we're just going to stamp that kind of in the bottom right-hand corner, nice and firm. Lift up and you're set to go. We'll put this out of the way. And we've got some strips that come in the kit, and they're stickers. They actually have a sticky base on the back, so we can trim them up. Okay, so we got those ready to go. We've got little banner pieces ready to go. So then we grab a little bit of doily. Yep, I'm adding some extra stuff in here, but it's going to be really pretty. You'll need some doilies. Everybody needs doilies. Grab one of your banner or flag pieces. I'm just going to press that down onto our card. Like that, and you can use your grid paper. If you lay your cards down on this grid paper, this is a handy dandy tool, by the way, then you can make things nice and straight. Yes, we do sell the grid paper. Okay, then we can trim off the extra. The next step is feathers. Get lots of feathers in the kit. Lots of feathers. We'll just use our snail adhesive, any kind of adhesive. You could even use the adhesive that comes in the kit, the little glue dots. Those are great for this too. Sorry, I've been neglecting them, but you could use that instead. And then here, we'll use them right now. And then you can take one of those, stick it on the back. Probably because they take a little bit longer. I am so used to my quick snail. You just run it and go. And then we'll lay that on top, like that. We'll grab our other strip that we had, and using dimensionals from a past kit, because I'm sure that you have plenty of those if you've been a subscriber for a while. Just stick a couple of those on the back. Peel off the backing. Sorry about the lighting in the videos. We had a sunny day here in Minnesota, which is good because we're really feeling the winter coming on. There we go. We got that done. So I don't want the sun to go away, but it does make it hard to record a video. My subscribers did get a bunch of sequins in their gift package that I sent them just recently, and so it's fun to use those. So you want to take and pick up a sequin, grab a glue dot on the back of it, and stick that down. And then just cover your card with a few sequins. Odd numbers are good, so 3 to 5 sequins would be awesome. Here's the finished card. Isn't that pretty? So you could get a bunch of these note cards and quick whip together some fun thankful for you. They don't even have to be Thanksgiving cards. They could just be, thank you cards. So, fun idea. Another card idea, using the same card base, because I don't want you to have to buy everything. It's nice to have a few extra supplies on hand for these alternate projects, but if you just get a bunch of these note cards, you'll be able to make the 3 different cards. The one that I showed you in the first video, which was a turkey card, the feather card that I just showed right now, and this card that I'm going to demonstrate for you. I'm grabbing some feathers, extra feathers that came in the kit. You get a ton of them, seriously. You're going to have feathers coming out of your ears. And you start putting them together. Don't press down too hard or use too strong of an adhesive, because you'll want to be able to adjust your design a bit. See how I already did that? I already adjusted it. So you just put a little bit at the base of each of these feathers, and you connect them in a circle. Some of you already know what I'm making. We have this feather stamp set that is in our holiday catalog, and I have seen so many pretty cards using that set, and there have been some very fun ones. Especially they've been making wreaths out of these feathers. So now you have a wreath. Is that just wonderful? I love that. We'll put some dimensionals on the back to make sure it's nice and secure. This one might be too close to the edge. There we go. Don't want to have your adhesive show through. And then again, oops, let's move that. Let's move that. I was going to make this card vertical instead, because I have a stamp from a past paper pumpkin kit that we need to bring back. Do you remember this one? It was literally a year ago, November of 2013, wishing you a Merry Christmas. So yes, hang on to those stamps. You can use them over and over and over again. And now, look at our wreath card, looks even more fabulous. Grab our sequins again. And there's our finished card. I gotta keep it out of the sunlight so you can see it better. Isn't that pretty? The third project is the scrapbook page, because I promise every single kit I will make traditional scrapbook pages for my scrapbookers so that they can see lots of fun ideas. The first thing you'll want to do is grab 4 sheets of Whisper White cardstock. Then you're going to take 2 of those pieces and you're going to tear. You're going to tear it in half. It helps to hold it flat. And you tear it in one direction only. You're not going to go back and forth, because if you do that, then you're not going to have this exposed edge, which I think gives a more snowy looking appearance than just this side. Okay, after you've done that, you're going to take another one of your halves and you're going to tear, kind of going down. Ooh, wow, I really have some snow there. Down at an angle. There we go. So now we've got layers and layers of snow that we can put onto our page. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick these on. I'll be right back. Hopefully you can see I've stuck down all of my strips, my torn strips there. And now I started grabbing my, I started taking my glitter. This is our Dazzling Diamonds glitter and the two-way glue pen. And you just draw the ink, which is blue at first, but it dries clear, just along that roughed up edge. And I did half the paper length and then did the other half. And then you grab your glitter and you go like that over an open container so that you can catch all the excess. So I did a half a strip, a half a strip, a half a strip, turned it around, and then did the other strip. So now I've got my full little scenery with snow. Basically, it looks like snow. We're going to go ahead and grab one of these pie boxes again and my scissors, and we're going to trim so that you have a little bit of edge on one side of a triangle, and then you want a little bit of an edge on the other side. About a half an inch is good. Then you'll take an angle cut like this so that when they fold under, they're not going to get in the way of each other. Does that make sense? So you want to angle cut them. And then do the same thing to the bottom. Angle cut that up and into so you don't see that when that folds up and under. Ta-da. Okay, grab your bone folder, just emphasize that crease. Those are going to be put underneath the triangle when we add them to the page. Okay? Now we're going to sponge. It's going to get a little messy here. You can do this with your small Old Olive ink pad. Grab a sponge and you start swirling around the color. Here, we can open this up for now. Just use a circular pattern with your hands and add the green ink. What we're doing is we're making the appearance of a tree that's going to be outside in the snow. And we don't want our tree to just be brown. We want to have the hints of green underneath. I know I'm being so nice and neat. Look at, I barely have any green there on the table. There we go. Let's get dirty with it. Just douse it with green. Okay, set that aside. Grab a doily. Actually, you want to grab a couple doilies. We're going to cut them. We're going to cut them in quarters and then cut just the strip off of each of the quarters. So you need about 1.5 doilies per tree. Now we'll use our two-way glue pen again. Now let's take some adhesive and run that along the side here. I'm sort of going up and over my doily edges here because I don't want them to tear. This is the Fast Fuse. It's a very strong tape. You definitely want to use a strong tape like Sticky Strip or Fast Fuse. Just be careful not to tear your doily pieces off. Okay. Then we can go ahead and tuck those behind. We don't need them. Flip this over, make sure that it doesn't stick on your work surface. And on the back side, we're going to add some dimensionals. On the very bottom back, let's add 2 layers like that, because that's the part that's going to be highest up. And now it's raised here, so it gives it kind of a curved tree look. And then you do another page in a similar way, but on this page you add those sequins again with glue dots. And there's actually star sequins in that packet that I gave to all my subscribers. So yay, you have a star for the top of your tree. So now you have a winter scene that you can put photos on. And if you want to, if you have an extra doily left over, you can take and stamp that thankful word from your, here, let me find that stamp set, right here. This thankful, you can stamp that right on a scrap of Whisper white paper and just avoid inking up the For You, or you could put tape over it and then peel the tape off after you've inked up the stamp. Stamp it down, punch it out, take your sponge that you already have with the green ink, sponge the edges. You can pop that up on dimensionals or just put it flat, and that would make a great title for your page. Yay! So, I think we did 2 scrapbook pages, well, scrapbook page spread. Here, we want to make sure you can see that. And we did our 2 cards. Our wreath card and our thankful card. Of course, I showed you the 2 pie boxes. I hope you got some great ideas from this video. Thank you for watching. It builds creativity to think outside the box. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can catch more paper pumpkin videos that I've shared using past kits, and the other one that I shared using this one, and of course ones that I share using for future kits. Also be sure to visit my blog at stampyourartout.com so that you can view close-up photos of these items and see photos of other past paper pumpkin kit ideas. Want to see even more? Then get your Paper Pumpkin subscription started with me as your demonstrator so that you can see some exclusive project ideas. There's more, yes, there's so many more ideas. I hope you all enjoyed this video tutorial. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.